and welcome to episode 10 of Two Crafty Stitches. Today is August 16th, 2015. I am Sandy, also known as Knits and Bits.
And I'm Kelly, also known as Pearly Girl 75.
So today, we are trying out some new drinks.
Some.
We're on our first one.
We are trying out a new drink.
It is the Not Your Father's Root Beer.
Mm-hmm.
So, make sure you're 21 or older before you try it. It is a root beer.
We're like way above 21 and maybe we should be trying it.
Don't tell them our age. So it's an ale with taste of spices. It's a very interesting drink. Has a very strong vanilla aftertaste.
It tastes like vanilla extract right from the bottle.
with root beer. Yeah.
With a vanilla extract aftertaste.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, so, we apologize for any of our awkwardness.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, shenanigans.
We've only, had to try and do this intro 4,000 times.
Yeah, you guys don't want to see
Luckily, you don't get to see the bloopers.
No. Nobody wants to see those.
No. So,
2 weeks ago, we went to
Yes.
Stitch and Pitch.
yes.
And we got some goodie bags.
We did.
And most of our stuff was about the same. There was a little bit of differences in them.
Yes.
But it was sponsored by Stash in St. Pete. And we got these cute little bags. And the thing that everybody loved, which I'm going to just bring out to begin with, is the Ottlight Mini Flip. So,
Which is a really awesome thing to be getting in your little goodie bag at
Really?
Stitch and Pitch. Wherever we were. At the Rays game.
Yeah, for the Rays.
But the
game.
Rays didn't win.
That was sad.
I know, it's
It's
really
really
sad.
bright.
Well, yes. I think it's supposed to be.
Oh.
Anyway, it was in this little box. We
Has a
made
little
sure.
lanyard.
Yes. Perfect for on-the-go color matching with a lanyard and clip. This little light will never get lost in your bag.
So, I see if I go on any car rides at night, I can just clip
I wonder
and
if it
knit.
would be like too bright though, if you were in the car ride and stuff. You had a big bright light shining out of your. I don't know.
You just told the driver to deal with it. And we got a few, lots of other little things. Clip.
Yep.
I like the Fiber Seed bookmark. That is also a ruler on the other side.
Yes, and the Fiber Seed is a company that is local. She dyes yarn. We met her,
Mm-hmm.
and her yarn is made in the USA and dyed in Florida. I don't see a website on here, but I know they carry her stuff at Stash and probably, I think, 4 Pearls, and I'm sure other places.
And I think
You can probably Google it.
Yeah. We also got some coupons. One's for Knits All Done. So it is a finishing services for your knits.
Mm-hmm.
Some local businesses with some percentages off. Stash also gave us a coupon for yarn that's bought there.
We got little
Oh.
solid lotions, and
They're little flowers.
Yeah, they're little flower-shaped ones from Thrive Handcrafts, which is thrivehandcrafts.com. And these are rosemary, grapefruit, and sweet orange scented
And
solid
it
lotions.
smells delicious.
Yes.
And then I pulled out my stitch markers, and I don't know where they went. But
Well,
that-
I've got mine
Yeah.
right here. And we got a little tin with stitch markers. And the stitch markers
are adorable.
are little baseballs. Yes. And we got 3 of them in each tin.
And then I had a flower.
Maybe the dog ate it.
Lucy the cockapoo was visiting us beforehand
She was.
for our pre-recording photo with our beverages.
Which we normally don't do a pre-recording photo. Normally we do a we just recorded photo.
because
so-
we always forget to do it pre.
That's right.
I
I
did
don't
not pull out. There's also a free pattern in here.
Yes, we got a code.
Yes.
A coupon or for a free pattern.
And the free pattern is on Ravelry. When I get it out, it's a little small thing. I'll also link the designer.
And then and that was just from the yarn shop that sponsored the event, and it was really nice because before the game, we all got to, I think we were supposed to meet outside, like in tailgate somewhere, but they were expecting really bad weather because we've been having really bad weather lately with lots of rain and everything. So they went ahead and had the tailgate, and it was a potluck tailgate. They had that inside their shop.
Yeah, inside
and
Stash.
everybody brought food. Like, there was so much food. Like, there was no room on the table left to put food, and it was all, you know, there was, like, breakfasty foods. It was, like, supposed to be a brunch, so, and there were mimosas.
Yes, they were delicious.
Very good mimosas.
So, thank you for that.
Yes. And so, we did that, and we, you know, looked around the store and everything, and then we went off to the game. And at the game, then from the Rays, because we had tickets for Stitch and Pitch, you could either choose a hat. Did you bring a hat? They had four different hats. They had 4 different hats, and then they also had, which I have mine right here because my stuff was in it. You could also get like a bag. So you know, either your choice of a hat or a bag.
I got the bag.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you got the.
Yeah.
Oh, she got the bag too.
Got my bag.
I thought you got the hat. John got the hat
Yeah,
John, my husband, came with us and he had a ticket, so he got a free hat. So,
one that we picked out for him.
Yes, there were 4 different designs, and he wears that thing all the time too. He wore it all over last weekend when we were, or 2 weekend, whenever it was that I was out of town.
2 weekends ago. No.
When was that? Was that 2 weekends ago?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Because
It was 2 weekends. I don't know. Whatever. So was Stitch and Pitch 3 weekends ago?
it might have been.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
summer.
we're completely off.
It's
on
summer,
the
and I
dates.
have no idea about the time. So we've gone to Stitch and Pitch. I've been out of town, and last weekend we went.
It
to
was
the play.
3 weeks
It was
ago
3.
because I
Yes.
went snorkeling and golfing.
Yes,
That was 2 weekends
Okay.
ago.
that's right. Anyway, so whatever. We went to Stitch and Pitch. It was within the past month.
Yes.
And but yes, because it was before. Because then John wore his hat to my parents' house, or at my parents' house, and
Yes, it was
showed it
before.
off. So yes,
I got a nice burn 2 weekends ago.
yeah.
It was lovely. So some of the other things that we got, I got a little tester of yarn. It is by Haiku. It's the Kobasi. It's cotton, bamboo, silk, and nylon.
It's a DK, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a DK.
Yes.
I don't know how much it is, but it's going to be going into my sock yarn blanket. So,
Even though it's a DK.
yeah, because I need. But I have some.
Some that's thicker. Okay.
Yeah, I've been putting your socks that rocks in it,
Oh yeah,
and that's really
and that's
thick.
thicker.
and
Yeah.
So I need all the yarn I can get.
All the yarn.
Yes. And then after the game, we went back.
Yes, because they reopened the store after the game because there was lots of food
Yeah,
still
so
left
they're
to
like,
be eaten. So
come
like,
over and eat
Yeah.
some.
eat some, shop some.
Yes.
Very smart move on their part.
And plus, a lot of people we picked up a rider so we could get the 4 people in the car for free parking.
Yes. So we had to take her back to the store where her car was
Instead of back to Tampa where
Right.
she doesn't live.
right.
So while I was there, I ended up getting a skein of yarn.
well, because our 4th rider,
yes,
our 4th person in the car, was talking about.
yeah,
She had used this yarn before.
Yeah,
and
she
made
made
something.
a little shawl,
and she showed a picture.
and it was adorable. And if you remember, a few weeks ago or months ago, last time we were there, I almost bought it,
Right.
and it is lots of browns.
Which Sandy doesn't like browns.
No,
but there's a reason.
But it is the ancient art yarns and Wolf German Shepherd colorway. And a portion of the proceeds for this yarn is donated to Ancient Arts for charities for stray and abandoned dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So, German Shepherd color, and my dog, we believe, because he's a rescue, is German Shepherd Bloodhound, so they didn't have a weird mix like that in the yarn. So, now I just need to find the Bloodhound one.
Yes.
Maybe make a huge shawl like him.
Like a stripy one or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, we'll figure that
So
out.
that was your purchase.
Yes.
And I made a purchase too, while we were there. And I bought some of the Fire Seed yarn. and I
Which
got
is
it
awesome.
green, and it looks really, really bright green.
It really
screen right
does.
now. This is her Sour Apple is the colorway, and it is Sprout, which is 90% superwash merino wool and 10% nylon, and there's 480 yards. So that'll make a nice, very, very bright shawl for me to wear to work.
I don't even know how many yards this is.
And I think, like, the majority of her stuff was, like,
437 yards.
the majority of hers was, like, not solid, but, you know, like,
Slightly variegated.
yeah, within,
Yeah.
like, the same color. She didn't have a lot of, like, variation or whatever, but her colors are really pretty.
Yeah.
So
I
there were
almost got
several
the blue
colors.
one.
Yeah, there were several colors that I
And the
really liked.
purple one. But
And this, oh, should we talk about how much it retails for? Since the price tag is on it too.
oh, we
Why
can.
not? So this is $30, which isn't bad because, you know,
No.
I mean, it's hand
Because
dyed.
it's
local,
480 yards.
and it's 480 yards.
My 437 yards was $32. They got me with the dog colorway.
Yes.
They also have cat colorways too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Um,
So those are our new things. And now we move on to
works in
what we're working
progress.
on.
Do you want to start or?
I'm working on one thing. And haven't been working on it for too long. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen a picture of this a couple nights ago. But this is going to be...
I follow you and I didn't see a picture of it.
It was there. Because you could also see my little project bag, too. It was a cute picture.
Apparently I
Anyway.
need to go on more.
I know, really. So... So it is going to be kind of like Sandy when she made her chevron infinity cowl thing recently, and so I copied her idea, and
Because it's great for, yeah.
and so this yarn, which I did not put in the show notes, but I have the tag here, so it's okay.
It's okay, you can update it later.
Yeah, sometime. Anyway, this is, and I don't even know how to say this, so I'm gonna try.
We're sorry to begin with.
I think it's Quare fiber. Maybe I should have looked that up. But it is it is in the patchwork colorway. It's self-striping, and this is approximately 600 yards.
Why don't you show the
I
tag?
will show the tag in just
Yeah.
a second because I'm still reading from it right now. And it is an 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. 600 yards. I don't think I'm going to use the whole 600 yards
You
on
could.
it. I don't know because it might be end up being like a Doctor Who infinity thing happening, wrapping around my neck like 12 times.
And I saw on the tag that they're on Etsy.
Yes, they are. It's, I think, wasn't it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't read that part. Yes, they're on Etsy. And I think it's like a 10. This is a 10 color stripe repeat. There were a bunch of people, I think, probably about a year ago when I got it, that made socks out of it, and I fell in love with this color, and I was like, this is so cool. But I don't need to make socks right now because I have too many. And so I was like, what else can I do with this? And it's 600 yards, and even if I made socks, like that's, you know,
Knee socks.
yeah. So, and I don't think I'd get a lot of wear out of knee socks in Florida for our 1 or 2 cold days. So I'm making an infinity scarf to wear. But I can at least wear this, you know, with a solid color shirt or something at work, and, you know, if a
Inside
classroom's
with
kind of
the-
chilly
Yeah.
sometimes,
Florida's
or
known for its air conditioned.
right, or on those few chilly days when I'm running from class to class in our outdoor hallways, then, you know, it'll come in handy. It probably won't be done by in time, but whatever. But that's about it for what I'm working on actively right now.
So, I started a new spinning project, and I didn't remove the tag. It is,
You still have it on there.
I know, to like
How are
show
you?
them though.
No, but I mean, like, how are you spinning from it? If
Okay,
it's
so my tag's here,
okay.
but it's like wrapped around like this first.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm just taking it apart like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why I was confused. I was like, you already, how did you start it? The tag is still on there. I don't understand.
Magic.
I don't know.
It's the Great Adirondack Yarn Company, and the amethyst colorway. Wow.
The great in the amethyst colorway.
It is BFL, and it's 4 ounces. and
it's very pretty.
I just started it.
Oh,
And-
you're using that one.
Yes, I'm using this one because I actually started it on the Turkish one,
Mm-hmm.
but I am doing the fly on the fly.
Oh, okay. Which you can do on a Turkish. I just haven't.
I tried, and it was a little bit more than what I can handle right now. So I just put it on here.
Yeah.
And as you can tell, I am really not that far on it. I worked on it a little bit. I am working on my sock yarn blanket, but I only put 5 more squares on it.
So
I
you're
framed
doing
that.
the sock yarn, sock blanket madness
I
thing?
am attempting to.
Okay.
It is.
I knew not even to try.
Yeah. Because then you wouldn't even touch it.
I sent you a picture of it, and I was like, here.
I'm like,
Yeah, I'm not doing
okay, I signed up.
it.
So there is the sock yarn blanket madness.
Yes. Sock blanket madness.
yeah.
I don't know.
I'll
Yeah.
put it in the show notes because I'm not a good planner. But anyways, it's on Etsy, and by the 21st they
It's
want
on Etsy.
Etsy. Sorry,
Oh.
Instagram.
Instagram.
Wow. So by the 21st, it started on the 14th. You had to go and count how many squares you had on your sock yarn blanket, any kind of sock yarn blanket. I had, I think, 237 little mitered squares, and then between the 15th and the 21st, you count up how many squares you can add during that time.
That's like, what, a week?
I guess.
Yeah, approximately a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do it because I don't sign up for things where they have deadlines, because that just makes me not want to work on them, because it's like, oh, work on this every day. And I'm
Tour
like,
de fleece.
yeah, no.
We're gonna spin every
Yeah,
day a little
no.
bit.
Nope.
That's when no spinning gets
That's,
done.
yeah.
On her
Or
part.
like, summer of socks, or whatever, you know,
that
those
was
type
summer
of
of
things.
shawl.
And it was like, yay! And then I didn't make a single pair of socks. So I know better than to sign up for those type of things. I mean, I think they're really cool, and it's awesome for people who can do them. I just know that it basically makes me want to work on every other project except for that one.
And start new ones.
And start new projects.
So it's like,
Yes.
okay, we're gonna de-stash everything, and then yarn is bought.
Yes. I'm like, yes! We're going on a yarn diet for the summer.
Oh, all these yarn stains just showed up.
Yeah.
So the other thing that I am working on is my hitchhiker,
Mm-hmm.
and I put this down for a little bit. I'm not gonna hit you, just really close.
Okay.
So, because I
If you did,
was,
it wouldn't really hurt. It's just yarn.
and
Unless it was like wet and you slapped me with it or something.
and it's also the Yarn Pirate yarn.
And it is very soft.
Yes, it is the Sweet Pea from her Booty Club in 2009. Yes. And, I mean, I really like it. I really like how it started striping.
Yeah.
And now we're back at the striping.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Yeah. So,
And you started that for
Stitch and Pitch.
Stitch and Pitch.
I started the day before Stitch and Pitch, and then I kept on restarting it the day of Stitch and Pitch, because I couldn't get past here, the second one. I don't know why, but every time it was like backwards, and I was putting the tooth here, and then it wanted another one on the other side.
And you were sitting across the room from me,
Yeah.
and then I made you come and sit next to me, and as soon as she sat next to me, she got it down. So
Yeah, I didn't
I
even.
don't know.
Yeah, it just didn't want to be worked on where I was at. So, here's my Yarn Pirate thing. It's the Sweet Pea. It is superwash merino and 460 yards. So,
Yep.
I am excited.
yeah, it's going to be very pretty.
Yes. So finished
What
objects.
we have finished.
I'll
Well,
let you start.
I
'cause-
finished the knitting on a project, but I haven't blocked it or woven in ends. So, hey, it's kind of finished, sort of. But it's my Miss Winkle shawlette that I've been working on forever. Not because I didn't enjoy it, but, you know, I think it turned out really nice.
I know,
Like, I
really
love how
like
the
that.
yarn is, like, yeah.
And this is the Rainbow Dash?
Yeah, it's the Cupcakes yarn Rainbow Dash colorway. But yeah, I really like how it knit up and then I still have to block it with all the little loops and everything. So I think it'll probably be worn a lot this year.
I think so too.
Yep. And that's it for me for finished objects because I am a slapper.
So, one of the ladies at my work is having a little baby girl, and I forgot to, bring these to work, which is a good thing because I need to cut off the ends. But I made little baby socks. They're pairs.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Cute.
everybody gets a big kick out of them when I bring them to the office because they're just so small. And then I need to weave in the ends. I make our own pot holders, and I want to say the first ones that I made were probably about 13, 14 years ago, back when I was, still in college and that. And they just started falling apart. And so I only brought one because the other one was being used.
It's really nice. I don't think I've ever really looked at or seen your pot holders. Like, you've talked about them and how you make them, but I've never, seen it in person. And we've known each other for years.
I know.
And I've been at your house.
It's a free pattern. It's with the sugar and cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, either that or what the other one is. Whatever, the cotton ones.
Yeah, it's
sugar and cream. There's peaches and cream, I think.
I think it's sugar and cream. I don't know.
It's very nice.
It's some ones that you buy in Joann's.
It's a pretty color, too.
I know. It is called Emerald Isle.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the back side is just the neutral. And you just crochet a square. It's 29 stitches across. And then, I don't know, however much it needs to be a square. And both two colorways. Normally plain and then a variegated. And then when you're done with the square, you just crochet around.
Oh, to connect the two pieces?
Well, first you just do it individually.
Okay.
So that way it has a finished edge.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the master color, which I like doing it with the variegated, is you then crochet the two together.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do 2 rows.
Oh.
So this is like my
Nice.
6th, or I guess 3rd pair that I've made for my house. I made some for my sister before, and they're a good size, and I haven't burned myself yet on them.
I use the type that are like a glove thing.
And then
I like having full protection on my hands while I go reach for stuff that's hot.
well, I also like this. Like I like having
because
extra ones.
I'm the person who reaches into the oven and then just goes bam and like hits the top of it or something. And
Oh, I also use it to like rest the glassware
like
on
a
the
trivet.
counter. Yeah.
Yes.
What it's called,
A trivet.
a counter protector.
I have cork trivets from IKEA.
I use those. And then I can't remember if I shared these, but my finished socks, they're the Patons.
I don't think you did.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know.
I
Either.
probably forgot them at home the
You-
last time.
oh yeah, I think you did forget them at home last time.
Oh.
Because you were like, I forgot these at home, and I was like, because the whole thing last time was that you were not prepared.
I was not.
There we
but,
go.
But I brought it this time.
Yes.
So,
Very
these
nice.
are my Patons in Cascade colorway, I think it was. Which I didn't even put
It's
on
not
here.
even in the show notes.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's just my standard pattern where it's just a little side rib going all the way up and then just about 1 inch of ribbing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Very
know
pretty.
who's going to get them.
You've been very productive this summer, and I have not.
know, right?
And I'm the one who has like the whole summer off, and I have like done nothing knitting wise, spinning wise.
It's the Harry Potter thing. I swear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was
the
like,
hair- 'cause-
okay, I'm with
Yeah,
you.
because I was in it and I used those socks for
Okay.
the potions class.
Well, see, I couldn't do the Harry Potter thing because again, deadlines and you have
Yeah.
to work on this project.
No, you
I
don't.
don't. I'm not working on that.
you pick what project you want to
But
work
it's.
in.
I think even if I did pick which project I wanted to work in, I still would be like, yeah, I'm not working on that.
Well, and then I finished my spinning that I forgot last time because it was hanging up to dry,
Right.
or it had just dripped. Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
So, did I? Yeah,
Yes.
it's the Greenwoods Fiberworks in Calypso, and it's the one that I did on the Turkish spindle.
And is that did you use that as a fractal, right?
Yeah, it's a fractal 2-ply, and
Yes, that's very nice too.
yeah,
It's all about purple stuff today.
I know.
With your current spinning is purple too.
It is. And my last spinning had blue, purple, and red.
Mm-hmm.
So, but this has the brown. I don't think that the brown
There's not a whole lot of it.
Yeah,
it's almost like a rust color more
it's
than a
kind
brown.
of like subtle now.
Yeah.
And so I really like it. I have think it's around 400 yards,
Wow.
or just under.
That's nice.
I know. I can't remember. It might be 3 something. But I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. But it's been hanging up on the door. The cats or the dog has not found it yet, so
Good.
I'm very happy.
Yep.
So I'll end up going into my little thing. Hopefully we'll be seeing it soon.
In a project.
Yep. So that's all that I have done.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
it. Nothing. Meh.
I didn't bring my Warvark shawl because it's drying right now.
Oh yeah, because you were reblocking it.
Yeah.
Yes, with my
With your lace stuff.
lace blocking wires.
Because I don't have wires.
Did you like those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see how they work.
Yeah.
If it actually blocks it nicely.
So now we're at the portion of our show where we talk about what we are reading or watching or whatever. And I have been like a slacker, like I said.
Well, you went out to the movies.
Well, yeah, but I was going to start with reading, but okay.
Oh, okay.
In that,
Well,
I
did
don't
you read anything?
No, I don't read. Well, actually, I read like 2 more chapters on my book when we were driving to and from the movies, and I read a little bit when we were driving up to Jacksonville for that conference thing I did.
Yeah.
But no, I just don't read a lot in the summer. I mean, that's just all there is to it because during the school year I end up reading a lot. And last year I was doing work plus I was doing college classes and was doing a whole lot of reading, and I just needed this summer to kind of like chill. So like I said, I haven't been doing a lot of knitting or spinning or reading or whatever. But anyway, when we came back from being out of town, my husband and I on a Thursday at like 12 went to the movies. There's no one at the movie theater on Thursdays at 12, even in the summer. I was thinking, oh, well, surely there's be like some parents floating around with kids or something. No, there's no one. I mean, no, I take that back. There were, in the parking lot, there were like 2, I guess, either daycare or camp buses. But I knew they weren't going to go see the movies that we were seeing. They were probably going to see like Minions or something. Because we went and we saw the movie Southpaw.
Which I have not seen.
Which is like a rated R movie about a boxer. So
imagine that.
I know. So, anyway, I mean, it was okay. It was very predictable, and pretty much it was one of those movies where if you saw the trailer, like, either on TV, like the commercial, or you saw the trailer, like if you were at the movies and saw another movie and were the coming attractions and watched the trailer, you basically saw the whole movie anyway. Because, like, there were no big surprises or big plot twists or anything. It was like, oh, this is just exactly what I just saw in a 2-minute trailer, and it's in, like, a 2-hour movie. So, not that it was bad, but it was just, like I said, very predictable, very, like, oh, it's your typical, like, boxer underdog. Oh, look, now they're kind of going through some hard times, and, oh, they're not able to box anymore. Oh, now they can box again. Yay! You know, I mean, it was that type of thing. But
Don't tell me who won.
Okay. If you saw the trailer, you would know who won.
I don't think I ever saw the trailer.
But it had Jake Gyllenhaal in it, and I thought he did a very good job in his role of whatever the main character's name was.
It was very memorable.
It was a really memorable thing. And the little girl that played his daughter was absolutely adorable. So, and Jake Gyllenhaal, like, let me just tell you, he got his body in shape for that movie. Like, I know I had seen, like, an interview or something where they talked about how he did, like, boxing, trainings and stuff or whatever before the movie, but man, he had, like, some muscles. That yeah.
It's because all the boxers, they do lots of twists.
Goodness. Yeah. So especially because I think they said, like, the movie he had done before that, he had to lose a lot of weight for, and then he had to put on, like, all these, like, massive pounds of muscles and stuff and get in shape. So, so that was kind of cool. Sitting there with me, my husband, and some other guy in the movie theater. Literally 3 of us. 3 people in the movie theater. Like, when we first walked in there, it was me and my husband. And, then the previews started. And one other guy, like, wandered in and sat pretty much in the row right behind us, too. Because we were in the center. Like, in the center of the movie theater, like, in the center of an aisle. Because, like, you know, it was really hard to find seats.
Sounds like it.
So we could have just like moved around to a different seat every couple minutes, but we didn't. And this guy comes in and sits like right behind us. So it was a little awkward. But
now I wonder if nobody shows up to the theater.
if they still run the movie, I don't
Yeah.
know. Because I was like, I wonder, since there's only two of us, I'm like, we bought tickets, I guess they have to show it. But I was like, yeah, yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Next time you and I go to the movies, we need to ask like the people that work there. What happens if no one shows up in the movie theater? Like, do you just run the movie and maybe employees on their break can come in and watch it? Or, like, what happens? Like,
Yeah.
the person who's, or I don't even think that they have, like, a person. Do they even have a person up there still running the movie theater?
I have
the
no
movies?
idea. I've never worked at theater.
Well, because they used to, like, and this is me dating myself.
Back in the day.
Back in my day, when I went to the movie theater to apply for a job when I was in high school, because there was a movie theater, like, right next to my high school, like, within walking distance, like, a block away from my high school. And when we would go on field trips to go see movies, like with our English class, we read Hamlet one year, and it was the year that awful version of Hamlet with Kevin Costner, I think, or whatever. Was it Kevin Costner? I don't even know.
I never saw it.
Maybe it was. I don't know who was in it, but it was not. Yeah. And we went on a field trip, and by a field trip, I meant we had to have parent permission slips and stuff, but we didn't get on a bus to go to the movie theater. We met at the lobby of the high school and with our English teacher and walked down the road like next door to the movie theater. And we did that with Dances with Wolves too, because I remember it was like 2 or 3 years in a row there were movies, and like our history teacher made us go see Dances with Wolves, which was a Kevin Costner movie that I didn't enjoy either. So
I don't remember that one being bad.
it wasn't bad, it just wasn't my type of movie. So
There needed to be more singing.
yeah, more singing, more dancing, more like flashy Broadway numbers. More fantastic costume changes.
Yes.
And so, but anyway, so I applied. And I don't think I've ever told you this story about when I applied to work in the movie theater for a summer job. And I did not get the job. And the reason is because they had this like test that you had to take. And it was like an ethics type test or whatever. And it was like, what would you do in these type of situations or whatever? And I answered every single question right. And they basically turned me down for a job because they said like that no one could have like ethics or morals like that I did. They were like, you're too good to work here, basically is what they told me. And I'm like, but it's just the movie theater. I just want to like sell tickets and stuff, make a little extra money, whatever. No, they would not hire me at the movie theater because I was too much of a goody-goody to work at the movie theater.
Maybe they thought
it was like, would you steal office supplies? And I was like, no. Because, like, I was like 16 years old or something. I'm like,
You're
no.
like, who cares about office supplies?
I was like, no. Why would I take a pen? I have pens at home. And then they were like, you can't work here because you won't steal from us.
Maybe they thought that you were just playing the game and then that you were going to, like, rob the place of all the movies.
I don't know. But the reason they
steal
told
all
me,
the popcorn.
but I mean, like, seriously, the reason when they sat me down and they said, okay, well, we don't, we are not offering you a job because of how you answered this test and you answered it too well. And I was like, okay.
I'm surprised that they gave you an ethics test
I know, for a movie theater job. Because then I left there and I went to H&R Block and worked as a receptionist the rest of the school year during tax season. So, yeah. And that's when I learned to make coffee, working in the tax office. But anyway, because that's all I did basically was answer phones, make appointments, and make coffee. So
it's okay. I worked at Subway. I made sandwiches and soup and smoothies.
Well, I also had a little high school job for about a month when I worked at a shoe store, and it was only so I could get a discount on my homecoming shoes. And then, like, when homecoming was over, I was like, yeah, I'm kind of busy with theater and stuff, so I won't be coming back.
That's so mean. Oh.
But anyway, where we went off on this whole tangent, we were talking about the movie theaters, and I don't know because it's all digital now, so they don't need like a person up there operating the thing, do they? I mean,
I
is
don't
there
know.
a person
They need somebody to like press
to
the start button,
push the play button? Well, but then it reminds I think about when we saw the Hunger Games Catching Fire.
Yeah.
And yes, at
this
the
was
movie
an
theater.
ordeal.
Oh my goodness! So we were at the movie theater at the mall. I've been talking a lot recently.
Yeah. Okay, so we were at the theater. I was wondering. Yeah.
I got really thirsty all of a sudden. I was like, I need water.
It's the root beer.
I know. Ugh. didn't want to go for a swig of that because I didn't think that would help my issue. So we went to the movie theater in the mall, which apparently they're renovating, and now that movie theater, they're adding, in several of the theaters, they're adding in, like, leather reclining seats and stuff. I think they're trying to compete with all of the, like, Villaggio and Cinebistro and Studio Movie something, I don't know, all the, like, where they're restaurants, but I don't think there's a restaurant at the one in the mall, but
I don't know, but the recliners that lean back and you can put your feet up.
Yes. Very nice.
Don't
and
fall
especially
asleep.
when there's, like, a tray. And then they, like, bring food to you? Yeah.
I don't know, because we didn't have anybody come and wait on us, really.
Well, we had to, like, flag them down.
Yeah.
And it'd be like,
Like
we
the
want to
third
order
time.
something.
I just want popcorn and a drink. That's all.
Anyway, so we went to go see The Hunger Games Catching Fire in the movie theater. And, we always have ordeals in the movie theater. Like, we saw a Harry Potter movie and just had a huge ordeal, too. But
That's a
story for another time. Anyway, so Catching Fire. So, like, when you go see a movie called Catching Fire, you don't expect to have to evacuate the theater because
Multiple times.
fire alarms several times during the movie.
Yes.
I mean, maybe you should. Maybe you should expect that. Maybe anytime you see a movie now with, like, fire in it, you should just be like, oh, okay, well, I just know that 20 minutes in, we're all gonna have to get up and, like, line up out the door and walk out of the movie theater. So, so we got through all the previews. Movie starts, about 20 minutes in or whatever, the fire alarms go off. So we're like, oh, now we have to use the emergency exits. And it's like, oh, I should have paid attention to where they were. But anyway, so
she followed me.
So I followed her. And so we're walking out of there, and was it the first time that there were the employees running around?
No.
Or was that the second time?
That was the second time.
So,
we got all the way down to the lobby, and they're like,
we were upstairs.
oh, you guys can go back and watch your movies. And we're like, are you sure? What's on fire?
Really?
Oh, nothing, it's okay.
So we're like, okay, fine. So we go back into the movie theater, and they're starting they, like, never stopped the movie, so it was still playing, and people are like, hey, we missed like
10 minutes.
So then they had to back it up. So they backed it up more, like, beyond the 10 minutes, so we had to, like, sit through part of it again, and then we got through that part, and probably about, like, 30 minutes later, fire alarm goes off again.
So then everybody leaves.
Yep.
Well, it was probably about half of them, and then it kept on going, and we hang back to make sure everybody leaves in case the place really is on fire. And
because we care about people.
Yes, we're being safe here. And there was this an older guy, and he had a helper there with him, and they were slowly making out, and I think he might have been on oxygen. Can't remember now.
Oh, sorry.
He was carrying something.
I thought you said they were slowly making out.
Making out.
I do not remember that.
Making
their way out.
Yeah,
okay.
making their way out. And as...
That was that look on my face, and I was like, how? Okay.
Well, even about the oxygen. Okay.
No.
So, we wait until they get down and they're on the ramp to get out of the theater. And we're like, okay, let's just make sure that we're going to go right out here. We'll wait for you guys. And as we open up the door, like 3 or 4 employees were coming by.
Who were all like teenagers who apparently have no ethics or morals.
Yeah. And they're like, so do we need to check all the theaters to make sure people are out? No, they're all out. We don't need to check. And I'm like, excuse me. We just walked out. There's still more people in here. Oh, well, they'll be okay. I'm like, it's an elderly man with oxygen.
Making out with his helper.
No, making out. Poor guy. Glad we don't know his name.
And this was several years ago anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so whenever it came out.
So, we got like halfway down the stairs.
Yeah.
And they told us to go back to the movie theater. So we're like, okay, we'll go back to the movie theater. And this time they actually like backed the movie up to restart it from whatever point, like when the fire alarm went off. And
time.
Yeah, but like not everyone was back in the theater, and it was people were all upset and everything. So then, did it happen a third? I seem to recall.
I think it did happen a third.
I think that the fire alarm went off a third time in the movie. Now this movie was like 2 hours long.
It was a lot longer than 2 hours.
Well, when we saw it, it was. But then the fire alarm went off a third time, and we evacuated. And as soon as we got pretty much outside of the theater, they're like, everyone go back in. We're just, whatever. And we're like, okay, fine. So we went back in, because that's how we are. It's just like when you go to the theme park, and they're like, oh, we're having issues with the roller coaster, and you're like, oh, I'll just stand in line for like another half an hour. It's okay, just get it fixed, and I'll get on it. Because that has never happened. What?
Yeah.
This series issue's happening? Yeah, you'll get it fixed. I'll just wait here. Just tell me when I can get on.
You guys are, responsible professionals with ethics, hopefully.
Yes. And morals.
Yeah.
So anyway, so at the end of the movie, because that was like 3 times,
Yeah.
End of the movie, we are leaving the movie theater, and the manager is like standing at the door with a roll full of like free movie tickets or something, and I think we were the only people who went up to her.
Yeah, but I said, Kelly, we need to go up to her because they have a serious issue with health and safety
Yes.
in that theater. So my company is really big on health and safety, so I started talking to her about it and how they need to have better fire training and make sure that the people are checking all the theaters and those. And the lady's just like, here's some free tickets.
Free tickets and go.
Like, but no, we need to talk about this health and safety
She's like,
issue.
yeah, I'll talk to them. Here's some tickets. Go. So, yeah, because we have issues at movie theaters. So
We just
I
have
didn't have
issues.
I didn't have any issues though when I went to the movies over, on a Thursday at noon.
So nobody came in and started boxing people.
No. No employees came in accusing us of trying to pirate movies and stuff.
Which is what
Which
happened
is
at
what happened with the Harry Potter one. So
Yeah.
whatever. Anyway,
We don't have anything to record.
I know. It was like the captioning device for my husband, and it was like a piece of plastic, like acrylic, whatever,
That the
That was
movie
re-
theater
that he got from the
gives.
movie theater.
Yeah.
So that it would like reflect the words and everything onto it so he could see them. And this guy, because it was opening weekend at like the final Harry Potter movie or something, and this guy was like on the corner, on the side, and he came over to us and was like, what is this?
Like
Blah, blah.
mid-movie.
Are you trying to record this movie? And I'm like, it's a piece of plastic. Like, are we from the future? Can they record things like this?
If we're going to record a movie, we're going to be not this obvious
Right.
and have this
And then the
huge
rest
thing.
of the movie, he sat there and like he had this little like light, this little red like laser thing or whatever that he would like sweep the audience with to see if anyone like if it caught on anyone's like recording devices, and he kept like
That's
putting
what that was.
yeah, and he kept putting it like over towards us like over and over and over again. So at the end of that movie, we went and complained and got a little loud at the desk and got free tickets too.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, we're so sorry. They're like from Warner Brothers. They don't work for the movie theater. They work for the movie company. Well, I'm like, well, no, that's
They're
not
very
cool.
distracting.
Yeah, when you have like a red light shining in your eye for half the movie, and they come and accuse you of like pirating stuff.
That's too much work.
I know. Anyway, so what are you reading or watching?
So, I took a break from the Outlander because I haven't had time to just do like menial work and listen to it. But I am about halfway through on The Killing Frost by John
Marsden.
Yeah, Marsden. Can't remember if I talked about it last time. It's a third book in a series, and it's like a young adult book, and it's about these kids over in Australia, where Australia gets invaded by China, and they were
I think
out.
you told me about this.
Yeah, they
I don't
were
remember we
out on
talked
a
about it here.
camping trip, and
This is why I don't go camping.
well, you should, because they're the only people that did not get herded into these like prisoner camps by the Chinese, and so they're going around like
Okay, this is why
doing guerrilla warfare
Okay.
tactics.
Yeah.
which is pretty awesome. I
Mhm.
really like it.
So is it the final book in your series, or
No,
is there, there's
no,
more?
There's more in the series.
Oh goodness!
And I read the first one a few years ago after Netflix told me to watch the movie.
Oh,
And
there's a
it's-
movie.
Yeah, I think it's like called Tomorrow Never Comes or something like that.
Sounds like a real winner. Like, oh, that looks like a movie I would.
It was a good
that's, like,
movie.
awesome. Oh, Tomorrow Never Comes.
It's like post-apocalyptic type stuff.
Dystopian post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's
stuff.
great. I like it. So, I'm about halfway through that, and then I'm on season 2 of Falling Skies.
Oh yay!
Yeah.
Yes, I am one episode behind on the current and final season,
Yeah.
and there's a new one tonight, so I'll be 2 episodes behind by tomorrow.
Good. I'm only a few seasons behind.
Yeah.
And then, I think that's pretty much it.
I think so too.
Yeah, I've been slacking on that front. But
I
that's
got caught
because I
up-
was like
well-
snorkeling in that.
I got caught up on Under the Dome. I actually watched the most recent episode this morning. And Project Runway is back. I'm caught up on that.
I don't.
Yes. And then and America's Next Top Model, which we're watching because there's a deaf contestant who also looks very nice too. But anyway, doesn't hurt. So we're caught up on that. I know, you gotta look good. So we, meaning me and my husband, watched that one, just because there's like a deaf guy on it and he signs. And I think that's...
Does he have an interpreter?
Yes, he does.
Oh, okay.
He has an interpreter. Although in the house he doesn't. Like, they have these phones and they use like text-to-speech, like an app or something, where they can talk to him and he can type stuff and it talks back, because they don't have the interpreter with them like 24/7.
Yeah.
The interpreter, I think, is just there for like challenges and stuff and to explain like rules of stuff. Like, now we're going to take pictures of you guys wearing bathing suits, you know, that type of stuff. I don't know. So, we're like 2 episodes into that one. We'll probably only watch this season, though, honestly. Like, well, I mean, if he makes it all the way, then obviously we'll watch the whole season. But if he gets kicked out early, that's probably when we'll stop watching it, because it's kind of not... whatever. And, did we mention that we went to go see a play last weekend?
No, we did not.
So...
yeah.
Another one of my friends and I had tickets to go see Mame at Freefall Theater in St. Petersburg, Florida, and she injured her knee and could not make it. So Sandy went in her place, because there's nothing Sandy likes more than on a Sunday afternoon going to a big lavish Broadway musical.
Wasn't bad.
It wasn't a huge lavish one, but anyway.
No.
No, it was
enjoy
good.
myself in all situations.
Yeah, it was, you know, I mean, it's a classic in the theater, you know.
And
it's
I've
like
never
from the
seen
60s.
it before.
Yeah. So.
And it gave me some ideas for my Christmas
oh my
holiday
goodness,
party.
there were some costumes in there. Like, there was one that when it came out, I was just like, I want that dress.
Yeah, and I was thinking the same thing.
And when we were leaving, we were like, the green dress.
Like with the blue.
Green dress. Yes. So anyway, so that was what we did last weekend, on Sunday.
Yeah.
After we worked out, and, well, we didn't work out on Sunday, but that was like our weekend. Because that's all we do, is work out, and not knit, apparently. Well, Sandy knits. Sandy knits. And
I play with the dog.
Yes.
And I go and I work out, and spend some time with my boyfriend. But apparently he's lower down on the list from working out, knitting a dog.
Yes. The priorities.
Yeah.
Priorities here. Anyway.
He's on the same level as Falling Skies right now.
He doesn't watch that with you, though, does he?
No.
I can't see him enjoying it.
No, because it's not a documentary.
Yeah,
and
it's not
war.
Well, it is
movie.
kind of war, but it's with aliens.
Yeah. No, he likes, like, war.
Oh.
Because he likes the technologies that has come around because of war.
But they have alien technologies in
Yeah,
this
no,
war.
that doesn't count. Because it's not real technology.
Oh, it's all fantasy.
Yeah.
And science fiction.
Yep, for a while he was watching Star Trek.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you tell him that he needs to get his phaser out and set it to stun? And
he's like, I just watch it because it's hilarious, because it's so bad.
Oh.
Like,
was he watching the original series? Or was he watching, like, Next Gen or something?
I think it was the Next Generation.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that in forever, like, since it was originally on TV.
I know.
But anyway.
That's neither here nor there.
Anyway, so I think that's it for us.
Yep.
Yes. So thank you for joining us on our madcap shenanigans of this week. That could be like our episode title right there.
Okay, don't forget that.
Shenanigans. Anyway, you can find us on Twitter, and that would be 2 Crafty Stitches. The Crafty is with a K. We're also on Ravelry. We have a group, and a group that we need to be more active in. That I think every time we record, we go, hey, we need to be more active in the group. But okay. And I go back to work tomorrow, so I don't see that happening right away. Maybe.
Hey, one thing.
Yeah.
If anybody is working or has worked in a movie theater, put in the group what you guys do.
Or, like, make a comment on YouTube or on our blog or something and be like, what happens when people aren't in the theater? Does the movie still play?
Because it's probably going to be a while before we make it to a theater.
Yeah.
And I don't want to try and Google it.
I know. Anyway, We're also on Instagram.
Yes.
And that would be as Knits and Bits and PearlyGirl75. And we have a blog. And that's where all of our show notes are, in addition to the link to our video. And that is twocraftystitches.wordpress.com. So.
Oh, before we stop.
Okay. I was getting ready to, close it out.
I know. Right. So now that you have all that stuff.
Yes.
I guess the Instagram thing. There's a giveaway that we just saw. Well, I just saw last night.
I saw it. I just didn't really read it. I was like, ooh, pretty yarn.
Yeah, it's really pretty yarn. Let me pull it up because I wasn't thinking until just
This is
now.
like a bonus to the episode. This
I
is
know.
like a PS at the end of the episode.
So it is yarn by Snail Yarn.
It's like a Marvel movie where it's like the post-credit scene happening right now before your eyes.
And Snail Yarn is doing the giveaway on Instagram. And I'll just put it up there.
It's so pretty.
It is beautiful yarn. So all you have to do is like her, and then
and when is that running through?
I believe it is through tomorrow, which is the 17th.
So we gotta get this out today.
Soon. Yes,
because everyone will be like, "Let me go." Oh,
you know, maybe I shouldn't have said something.
Yeah.
So then I can try and get the yarn
higher
from
chance
me.
of winning.
Yeah, it's called it's a variegated yarn.
But you know what?
Fairyland.
This is showing that you have good ethics and morals. You could not work in the movie theater.
What? So, yeah.
All right.
So we'll put that up there. Okay.
Yes.
And on that note, that is it. So happy crafting.
Bye.